I think there should be like a healthy balance in between the two, but I really did find that in France that it was like the extreme opposite. Like, hi everyone, I'm Cecily and I'm one of the APOP ambassadors here on this YouTube channel. If you haven't seen me in previous videos, then hello, nice to meet you. Today's video is going to be about my home country. I'm originally from the US. We're going to be talking about things that I miss from home. While I'm talking about each point during this video, you guys can let me know down in the comments below if you agree with me, if you don't agree with me, what country you're from, and maybe some of the things that you miss from your home country, your hometown, whilst being abroad. So let's get right on into the video. The first thing that we're going to be talking about is I miss my family so much. If I had to go back to the US for any reason, I think my family would be the #1 reason. I hold my family very close to my heart. Being away from them for so much time has really made me be a lot more grateful just for their presence in general. I get to visit them, I would say on average maybe once a year. I haven't been living in the US now for 5 years. Each year I go back home at least once, on a lucky year maybe twice, and that's usually around the holiday times. And that brings me into my second point of things that I miss from the US. I miss how much they celebrate holidays in the US. We have huge festivities over there, Halloween, Christmas. Yes, I know that this is a big marketing scheme and it's a big thing for consumerism to have these holidays blown up like crazy. It's nothing like this in France. You will not see any crazy decorations for Halloween. You will not see people putting Santas on their front yard during Christmas time, or reindeers or whatever. But I just love how America goes all out in that sense. It really does feel like that specific time of the year is a special time of the year, and it's not just like any other ordinary week or day. Me being someone who just loves to like celebrate things and celebrate life, I find that to be an incredible time of the year, and just growing up with it probably has really instilled that into me. The French people never grew up celebrating it like that, so it's not really something they can miss. You can't miss something you never had. So that's definitely on the top of the list of things that I miss from back home. Number 3 is just the overall enthusiasm and friendliness that you will see from strangers in the US. I've talked about this on my own YouTube channel in the video of 5 things that I do not like about Paris. People here in Paris, not really in general in France, because I've been to other cities in France and the attitude is not the same, but I can for sure say that in Paris you will not really get the same kind of cheeriness and happiness from complete strangers that you will perhaps see in a supermarket, a bakery, any place that you're going to be receiving customer service. They're not going to greet you with a huge smile on their face. They're not going to go an extra mile to make sure you had a great experience in their store, which is completely fine. That's just part of their culture. But again, growing up with that kind of attitude and knowing that as the standard in the US, and just going into a store and knowing that you're going to be treated with a friendly attitude and with like a perky attitude is something that I definitely missed when I came here to France. I would say maybe it was even more of just like a culture shock. It's not something that I miss. It's something that I was like, whoa, why am I being treated like this? Like, and at first, like when I wouldn't be smiled at or anything, or just kind of get like a cold glance or stare, I would kind of just assume that it's like something's off, but that's just how they are. And you are expected to greet the people in the store. You have to say bonjour, bonsoir every time you leave or go. In the US, the employees have zero expectations from the customers, and that can also go a really negative way on that side for the US. Like, I've seen really bad scenarios where employees are really treated unfairly and the employees really can't do anything about it, just because of the fact that in the US the customer is truly king. The customer is always right in the US, which I think there should be like a healthy balance in between the two, but I really did find that in France that it was like, if you really want something extra, you gotta push for that, and you gotta be really nice, and you gotta be super friendly to them. It's kind of like the opposite here in France. People here in France can also say that the enthusiasm that we as Americans have can be seen as quite superficial, and people in France will think that you're being kind of ingenuine if you come up to a stranger and you're like,
hello, nice to meet you, it is so great to meet you.
They would truly only act like that with a true friend, someone they've known for quite a while, not with somebody that they just met 2 minutes ago on the sidewalk. So that's a big difference. I mean, we're only here for such a short amount of time on this planet. Why wouldn't you just be genuinely nice to everyone while still holding the standard of respect and kindness? It is just such a simple thing to be kind to one another, and sometimes I find that it's not the priority here in Paris. So moving on, my fourth thing that I do truly miss is the Hispanic food. I am Puerto Rican fully 100%. I grew up eating Hispanic food from culturally ethnic backgrounds. I have found zero Puerto Rican food in Paris or in anywhere in France, and it just blows my mind that like it's something so easy for me to get back home, and here is just unheard of. Like, I will talk to people about it and they're like, what? Huh? Like, what is that? What are you talking about? Whenever I go back home, I take advantage of every second that my mom is there to be able to cook me my arroz con gandules and plantains, and I'm just like, I need to freeze this stuff and ship it back to France when I leave. Number 5 is AC. Oh my goodness. Last summer here in Paris, we had a canicule, which is a heat wave, a huge heat wave that lasted for like, I don't even know, maybe 2 weeks. I live on the 7th floor of an apartment building. I am on the last floor of my building, which means the sun directly hits my roof all day long. So no matter if it's nighttime or daytime, it does not cool off. It is like an oven in here. I'm like a chicken roasting. None of the buildings have AC units installed into them, so it's just non-existent. Everything that I've mentioned in this video is stuff that is easily manageable and things that I can easily adapt to 100%. I'm not saying that it is something that I would consider leaving the country for or anything. Like I said, everything is manageable and I'm quite an adaptable person. The only thing that I would say that is kind of very hard to manage is missing my family, because that is something that is unreplaceable. It's priceless. You can't just teleport yourself there overnight. But if you are trying to reach any goal in your life, or you really want to grow and continue seeing the world and really putting your priorities first, you're gonna have to make some kind of sacrifices. For me, I've decided to take a really big sacrifice and only get the opportunity to see my family once a year, like I said. But this is a decision that you have to evaluate and you have to see in your situation, your mindset, and with yourself personally, if this is a sacrifice that you're willing to make. And maybe this is something you should do before planning to go abroad, study abroad, becoming an au pair, anything. If you want to continue growing as humans, this is something that we have to do. We have to leave our comfort zone and make sacrifices. No matter what kind of situation you choose, at the end of the day, you're gonna have pros and cons. So that being said, if you enjoyed watching this video, please do not forget to give it a big thumbs up. If you guys would like to see more personal videos of my lifestyle here in Paris outside of au pairing, I will leave my own channel linked down below or up here. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. Do not forget to check out the APOP Instagram, the APOP website. I'm going to remind you guys to write down in the comments below what are the top things you miss from your home country. I would love to read your comments. I will be responding to each and every single one of them, so I'm so excited to do so. Thank you guys so much again for watching, and I will see you guys in my very next video. Bye guys. Mwah.